Hey, welcome back, team. The Battle Brothers. We're at war. The game seems nervous as we are, playing any music. We destroy workshop near Cornenfest, destroy the goat pens near Turnberg, destroy the leather tanner near Fairthware, destroying any caravans or patrol of House Eberlin. We've got 4 days left, we actually better get a move on. See that House of Ravenhold troops are all over the place. Got to be a touch careful. We got to be very, very careful of what it is we try to fight here. You step atop a hillside and give the surrounding land as good of a look as you can. Ain't much to the sight except for a large group of men flying the banner of House Evelyn seem to be stepping your way. That is one hell of a sight, and pretty soon you'll get to see it up close in person. Enemies have caught up to the Davkul's chosen. Prepare yourself for a hell of a fight on account of burning all their shite. I don't actually want to fight these like army groups yet at all. We've got a bunch of low-level guys, and I don't think it's going to go well for us. I'm thinking particularly of our new archers we've hired that don't have anticipation yet. We're going to have to be quick here. I mean, I'm sure we can win that fight, but those arbalesters are going to make our lives miserable. A few crossbow bolts, you know, always injuries, maybe worse. This is going to be much better. But actually, Jungian and Geb should actually be fine against the crossbows. It's these lads. Anders, Richard Weil, New the Knight that I worry about. Then this is the best squad we can actually field. I mean, these guys are the replacements, so let's just hand out the kite shields. Get out there. It's going to be a scary fight, that's for sure. I just hope that my crossbowmen can outshoot their arbalesters. Oh, that's a lot of billmen, and that's a crossbow. Ah, shit. I worry about this. This is going to be quite tough. I'm beginning to get concerned that the strength of our brothers and our overall fighting strength has gone below the enemy fighting strength. Okay, again, he's got a pierced hand. He's not going to be good for anything, really. Just kill their crossbowmen. In a decent spot. Not going to be easy, though. Yeah. Ouch. The 44%, 37%. Oh, great hit, Jungian. One more of those and they'll be dead. Just a straight archery battle right now. 38%. That's probably a better shot because misses that guy, it'll probably go straight into him. Either way, I'm hitting one of their archers. And their bullmen are going to hurt like hell. Oh, Jungian, you're a fucking beast. You know that. Okay, we're obviously going to move forward and attack them now. Unfortunately, they did that. At least my sword raiders can still whip out their great swords and hit the back line. And they've left their archers exposed. It's a big mistake on their part. Davkul, I don't think it's even worth going to his greatsword. I mean, he's breaking, so his melee skill is only 44. We're gonna wait and see if any of the other brothers maybe doing some damage or getting a kill can potentially proc a raise in his morale. Oh, god damn it, they both dodged. 27, 24. Net these nerds. That's really the best chance of it. Damn it. These are professional soldiers. This is not going to be easy. Oh god. Go on, land a shot. It hit though, Pie. Finally, someone lands a shot. Oh, Davkul. They're all just dodging. We need to worry that we can't even win these military fights. Jungian's doing his bot. He's doing his part though. He's really fighting well. Block. All these halberds are going to attack first. Ouch, Jesus, that's like half our armor for every hit. Yep. Town's dead. Davkul's fleeing. Got Deb. Got Connor. Melon. Oh, it's 2 shots in a row. Tim missed. 35. Can't land a hit. That's disastrous. I hate to admit it, but it seems like Davkul's chosen are no match for professional soldiers. Oh. Finally, knew the knight hits a shot. Yes, Richard Wild. Well, we got to bear in mind that we have a bunch of low-level lads. Oh, yes, Campana. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. We needed that. God damn, we needed that. And we needed that from Melon. Not done yet. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised. I had Tau on the front line where he's leveled as a Huskal, so he didn't even have any melee defense. And I wouldn't have usually liked him to be on the front line, but I felt like I had to. We didn't have anybody else to put there. We're not out of this yet. There we go. Oh, good dodging. Ow. Those halberds hurt like hell. Jungian, can you keeping us alive in this fight? Headhunter, 60% chance. Look, I've just got to bear in mind the fact that I've got a bunch of new guys here, making us quite a bit weaker than we normally would be. Good hit, Melon. Yes, Campana. Once we actually start landing some shots, then the enemy crumbles so quickly with our high damage. Whew. So Tar went down and suffered a broken knee. We have to retire him now. I don't really have much use for a Huskal. He served us well. We'll give him an honorable discharge. We got the gold for it. Well fought, Tao. Appreciate your service. Who of these lads can I put in? I'll tell you what, let's put Anders up front. I mean, he is sword specialist and he has got quick hand. He hasn't got much in the way of fatigue, but that's fine. As long as he can attack a couple times. As long as he can stay alive. And of these three, who's the most promising? I would say Thorisman. Thorisman the pike. Snap, shield. Great, we got a few billhooks. I think the billhooks are going to be superior to the ancient bladed pikes. Let's see, so 55 to 80, 60 to 90. Oh yeah, they're far superior. Also why, for my banner boy, I'm going to want to get quick hand so that he can, for the most part, use the billhook. And then only go to his battle standard if the troops around him are starting to like have their morale break. Let's see, so 50 to 70 compared to 60 to 90. Far superior. On his next level up, it's the... I think we take quick hands. I mean, he doesn't have such a high resolve right now anyway. He would be giving 7 resolve to each person around him. Repel and hook now also trigger any stun hit target. Oh, hang on, we've actually got Horse Dive. Let's hang on to it and let's get the quick hands. Well, 10. Yep. 82. Getting much better finally. His hit points are a touch low. What do you need? We know Berserk isn't great. Could, oh no, Killing Frenzy. I think definitely Killing Frenzy. Killing Frenzy and Fearsome. What the hell was I thinking giving Jeb a Lone Wolf? I think, yeah, I was thinking that I would put him off by himself. Well, we may as well try that then. That's why I gave him Lone Wolf. Speaking of Lone Wolf, one of my YouTube viewers made the point that he thought that Lone Wolf is so terrible, it forces you to put someone off by themselves and then they get surrounded, it makes them weaker. And in one of the earlier fights, we saw that Guts got surrounded and his morale broke. So I thought that, obviously, that's not great, but if you have someone who can use rally the troops to rally him, or even better, if we had done the undead mission, undead ambition that is, we could have given him that undead trophy, which I think would stop him from panicking when he's getting surrounded. Now, level 5 banner boy, so you need resolve, you need range defense, you need fatigue. I'll tell you what, use the banner as your primary weapon. And once the battle lines get joined and things start getting a bit hairy, or you're fighting a high armor target, then switch to the bullhook. Otherwise, we've got to bear in mind also that the bullhook doesn't have the extra to hit chance. Do that 90 to 135 damage to armor compared to 50 to 70, but then again, it's plus 10 to hit. Actually, yeah. I was going to say I don't see him using quick hands. How about this? Take a long axe. So break shields. You have the break shield option if you need it. Killing Frenzy for the extra damage. I think that's pretty good. We know that Berserk isn't great on crossbowmen, and what we've seen from Jungian is that Headhunter hasn't been great either. Black Executioner could be pretty good. Like, I should have taken Executioner and Killing Frenzy. Oh well. Killing Frenzy, you're good. Take that. Very, very, very good. Davkul's quite wounded as well. I think he can't be in the front lines. We'll get one of the new boys in. Put Tim in the middle. And two of the new lads. Ortwin, fairly promising. I think D-Town has the better looking stats, more promising. Yeah, 53 fatigue, even with that armor, that's not bad at all. He's only level 2, so I don't see any use really in giving him a great sword. I'm gonna make him an axe rider. He may as well just use that noble sword for the moment. And by that logic, I want him to be near someone that can break a shield for him like that. Okay, slightly unconventional. I think we can make it work. The lads are a touch beat up. But I don't think anybody is like unmanageably or, you know, terribly beat up. 69 fatigue, close to, still 69, and that's what, 215, 210. Okay. And also the money's going to start getting pretty good. Taking part in these wars, there's so much money to be made. So that's the first objective done. I mean, I would love to go to a friendly city and get our armor repaired, but I don't think we have the time. We've got 3 days. I could go back to Tunburg, then hit down here to Turnberg. Just see, if we're fighting goat pen, destroying goat pens, it's most likely going to be just farmers, maybe some militiamen. Lots of mercenaries and a swords master. Oh, geez. Okay. I feel like I want my lads healed up and armor repaired for this one. That's going to be pretty damn tricky, I think. They'll be able to use the shield once. I don't think it's worth it. Most likely, I would say that just an arming sword is going to be more reasonable, more reasonably reliable damage from him. He's so low level. Davkul, maybe we can get him healed for this next fight, but most likely not. We'll have to repair that, treat that pierced hand. Oh, good lord. First fair company, thank goodness they got attacked by the brigands. That is terrifying. That's like a full-on army, that. 28 of the buggers, good god. Jungian crossbowman, once a lumbering lump of belly fat on 2 legs, has lost a considerable amount of weight. He's been with the company. No longer does the mere notion of a sparring fight leave him without breath. In fact, he's got more bounce in his step, showing a sort of agility you've never seen from him before. Looks like all this walking about has done wonders. He's no longer fat. Might make a good stealth sword yet. See what that does to his stats. So he's gained 10 fatigue, but he's lost 10 hit points. On balance, I think that's probably good for him. The extra hit points wasn't that useful on our crossbowman. I mean, if he's taking damage, something's gone horribly wrong anyway. Really, the only threat to our crossbowmen, or our backline guys, are enemy archers. Oh god, oh, that's a friendly one. That scared the crap out of me. Run, first Turnberg company, you're gonna get slaughtered. can't believe we found that armor. That's so cool. As beyond the Savage's carapace. Do some cheap tools, please. 40 tools. Okay. Oh, it's so unlucky that I got a main foot. 83 melee skill. Bloody brilliant is what he is. He's brilliant. Trying to think of what it is I can get away with selling here. Probably quite a lot. I don't need these bladed pikes anymore because I've got the bullhook. They're better against armor. I mean, sure, the bladed pikes are with the extra accuracy, but if I'm specifically trying to destroy armor, then the bullhooks are superior. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That those, that, for that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Start selling these to the heater shields. And kite shields, I reckon we have enough to go around. Everybody using a kite shield. No, the new guys don't have fatigue for it, but they need 20 fatigue per turn to be able to attack twice. That would give him, that's a net loss of 5 fatigue per turn, so it's 40. Actually, you know what? Yeah, use a proper shield. Just using a sword, you'll be fine. More important that he stays alive than that he can attack twice per turn. Right, let's get out there and go destroy that village we've been paid to destroy. Goat pens near Turnberg. As I'm really starting to toy with the idea now of calling this campaign and starting a new one, I really want to experience a new playthrough, but playing on expert combat difficulty. I want to keep the money difficulty at veteran, because turning the economic difficulty, it's called, up to expert doesn't make the game any more fun, just makes it more of a horrible grind. All the jobs pay less. Everything's more expensive. It just tweaks the numbers to make it not great. Combat difficulty, I think, is a bit more fun because you fight more enemies of higher levels sooner. I also quite like the idea of having a company where we do a try-hard run with 0 restrictions on us whatsoever. That being said, I have become quite fond of Davkul's Chosen. They've been interesting fights. Honestman. Get this one out, my man. Is there a level 1 guy here? There's a level 2. You tell him. Put Davkul back up front. I thought that we had more scale mail, but apparently not. How about this? We'll go like that. I think there's another long axe which gives us another shield breaking option. Decal. That's good. And what do these lads look like here? This is going to be their primary weapon. Again, you just need proper heavy armor. Need daggers. Yep, there we go. Although we're up against mercenaries, so I expect there to be some ranged enemies shooting at us. Therefore, get your kite shields out, boys. Actually, I think this might work out, having taken Lone Wolf on Jeb. He's got nice range defense, and he's got anticipation, and it's only going to get increased from using Lone Wolf. It'll make him more accurate. I'm fairly confident that he won't get hit by most of the enemy archers. Put that to the test. Which of you guys has the highest range? It's 31 here on Campana, seems to be the highest so far. 30. 26, that's 5 less range defense. I don't think I want to do that. Okay, so here's our team. Banner Boy, Jungian, New the Knight, T-Town. Yep. Swordmaster is a bit of a worry. Nice, we got the height advantage, but those are 2 warbows. That's terrifying. On a sec, because we've got to move forward. At least most of the mercenaries don't seem to have best armor. It's only the swordsman over there who's got a reinforced Malhorberg. I should be able to run to this line here, and we'll fight them with height advantage for most of them. Let's go like this. Not triggering Lone Wolf, is it? Move the whole formation down a bit. Thank God he moved and didn't shoot. It is tempting to take a shot at one of these pikemen while they're out in the open, but got a half decent shot at that mercenary. Oh, 84% that misses. T-Town can at least break his shield here, and then these lads should make pretty quick work of him on the next turn. Oh yes, here we go, Jeb. Height advantage. 68% it went fair. And Lone Wolf is doing nothing for him. Mostly what I'm not liking is the way that I've misleveled everybody. I mean, I feel like we've learned a huge amount from this campaign, and in that respect, it's absolutely been a success. It was mostly what I wanted to get from this campaign, was to learn about some of the skills and perks I would never take, and to see what it would be like to go for all cultists. I was honestly very surprised at how difficult it was to get cultists. I mean, we're almost 200 days in, and the most cultists we got at one point was, I think, 7 of the buggers. They're really hard to get. I mean, if I do a try-hard playthrough, I will 100% get at least 1 or 2 cultists in the campaign, just to get this Davkul's armor. Get Jeb. Get New. Move down here? Maybe. You know what, Devkin? Yes, 100% move down, because here you can sword attack in a line here. Yes, get wrecked. And that should... Oh, we need to get 1 block further away to allow Lone Wolf to proc on guts. Shield. Ruining us. And then you have hammer. Can't hit anybody with. Only 5% chance to hit the Swordmaster. What the fuck? That's because he's nimble. Yeah, we're not going to be able to lay a hand on that Swordmaster. Oh, damn it, Richard Wild. Also, it's pretty apparent that doing a cultists only run was a little bit flawed from the start, and it became apparent that as fun as the cultists are, they are terrible fighters. most of them. We've got one or two who are okay fighting, but I mean, it's become pretty clear to us now that what we would need to do was get, I'd say, 2 or 3 cultists, probably as the banner boy and sergeant. Just hope that they convert everyone. Good hit, Jungian. Also, we went for 2 crossbowmen, which was on balance not that great. I think with the new setup of the 5 backline guys being sergeant, bowman, crossbowman, bowman, sergeant, that would be the way to go. God damn it, Jeb. And Jeb has been such a terrible archer for most of the lead-in campaign. Bless him. And our 7 guys up front, a lot of the time we've been fighting with 2 guys on the far flanks, either flail or axe masters. Then we would have hammer masters on the inside flanks, and then 3 sword riders in the middle position. I feel like the ideal would be axes on the far flank, like that, then hammers on the inside flanks, and then 2 great sword users and a mace specialist. I kind of wish I'd kept my mace specialist. Now our flail guys can't even hit anything. A little embarrassing, honestly. Well done, Anders. Well struck. It just feels like our... Oh, good dodging. Our team is starting to get to a spot where we can't really do much against these guys. Well done, Jungian. Damn it. Well, at least Guts is going to be fine there. That swordsmaster can't do shit against him with his armor. I mean, he's going to regain 100 points of that armor every turn. Nice, Jeb, good hit. Yes, well struck. On a 6 AP, that means you can still kill that nerd. Done him. I think that's 4 for 4 that Pi has missed. 66 melee skill, why is it so low? Oh, because of overwhelm. Bullshit. If you wonder if this place has become a walk in the park, I don't think it's become a walk in the park. I think quite the opposite. I think we've gotten to the point where we can't really do much. I hope you guys don't mind too much, but I've kind of made my mind up that I think I want to start another campaign. Right from the beginning, no restrictions. We'll make as good a company as we possibly can. Ow. Ow. And it'll be from day 1 as well, because now I'm effectively trying to rebuild. Good hit. With like half a team. I mean, we've got a few guys who are like, level 11 at least, and the rest of us on very, very low level. Yes, Jeb, well done. And I think ideally I want 3 ranged guys, 2 archers and 1 crossbowman. The crossbowman takes crippling strikes to inflict wounds, and then the 2 bowmen take executioner to, like, whoever the crossbow guy like marked by wounding them, bowmen finish them off. On them. Get him, lads. Okay, Guts, can you maybe land a shot here? 46%, 5. Oh, dodge. Also, the orc flails have been quite entertaining and a touch gimmicky, but overall, I don't think they've been that great. I think I would have preferred a 2-handed axe. Or maybe you just go warhammers, just warhammers and great swords. Oh, big dodge there. Yes, Pie. Finally hits the shot. Well done. Get wrecked. MVP of this entire campaign has been Campana with his Warhammer. He's been amazing. What's his attack value, I wonder? Only 80. Pretty good. I've also been thinking with the way I build my raiders and the way that I utilize quick hand. Reach advantage feels like it's not that worth it, because it gives you a percentage increase on your defense. So like here, he's gotten 20% of 20, which is like 4 extra defense. I don't think it's worth it. I mean, it's only every second turn that my raiders are fighting without a shield equipped because of quick hands. The Swordmaster is going to be an issue. I'm not going to be able to hit him. Well, surround him. Cover him in a net. Oh, this is our best chance to be able to hit him. Unlucky Campana guts. 11% chance to hit. Crazy. Nimble. Fast adaption. Headhunter. He's only warmed up. He's not even that tired. So I think that's going to be his weakness. Range defense. Now. I don't think we can actually get another person surrounding him there. Okay, good. Fully surrounded now. Even fully surrounded with a net, only 31% chance to hit. Guts nails him though. 3. Two warbows, that's amazing. Those are worth like 4,000 gold each. Well, to buy at least, they cost that much. Okay, get out of here. The other thing, oh god, be on your guard. That means one of those big army groups nearby. And as I was saying, in terms of the type of guys we were hiring, I would actually quite like to be able to have a playthrough where I can go for the better classes pretty much as soon as I can. You know, you start off with your farm hands and your brawlers and whatnot, but then you transition into militiamen, squires, disowned nobles, adventurous nobles, you know. May as well actually take those militia on. I'll get extra money for taking them on. Davkin's level 10. Look at him, not great. This is the problem with the cultist. 70 melee attack at level 10, that is awful. And is mad. I speak different. Count the X-Raider. See, that's more like it. 67 at level 3. His resolve sucks, but what are you gonna do? Raiders take quick hands. 3. Knew the knight sergeant. I'm happy to have him just fight with a bullhook. Look at his resolve. And the fact that he got fearless and 2 stars is wonderful. He's going to be excellent. I have very high hopes for him. You need anticipation. Now we've got to put some points. That's actually like a little score, getting that male Hawberk. Given how low the fatigue is here, that's fine. No shortage of sweet. Yeah, that's Oh, careful. We've put in good work. Go get paid. God, there's a lot of enemy soldiers. If we get the full payment, I doubt. Oh, we do get the full payment. Nice. Baron Arne von Rabenholk, thanks you for your service. That's about all he says before handing you a sum of almost 4,000 gold. Sweet. No tools to be had. Kind of sucks. I'm not sure what items I want to hang on to here. Well, we certainly need to pay to get our armor repaired, that's for sure. And so on this new playthrough we do, what I'm going to aim to do is have my banner boy and my sergeant. I want them both to be cultists. That's going to give them high resolve, and eventually, hopefully, it'll get them to be able to have this aspect of Davkul set. I don't want to miss out on. And then if I only have those two as my cultists, and then if they convert all the others, that's fine, because the others will still have their base attack stats. And the problem with the cultists is their shitty attack stats. But if you convert a good fighter to a cultist, you get the benefit of the cultism without the negative of it being a shitty fighter. Loud, that was expensive. Hang on, you missing a helmet, Tim? Rightio. Okay, I've just decided I'm going to call it. It's been a great campaign. It's been so much fun. It's been so interesting. I think we've learned a lot. Got some honorable mentions. I think MVP of the campaign for my money has been Campana. Even though he hasn't had the best stats, he's been just amazing. He's been with us for 156 days. He's got 138 kills. Guts has been pretty damn good. He's been tough as all hell. I mean, look at this. He's irrational and bloodthirsty, but he's also got brain damage, and he's missing a finger, and his elbow joint is broken. Davkul was a fairly new joiner. Also, but irrational but dexterous. He's been pretty damn good. Tim, okay. Look at these cultists, like level 10, and they only got 70 attack value. That's just not good enough. Anders was a relatively new joiner. We didn't have him for that long. He's only been around for 4 days still. Melon was alright. He very unfortunately got a weak start. Pi of 12 has been a legend, I'd say. 174 kills. He lost an eye and then sadly suffered a club foot. His iron lungs was amazing. His melee skill was amazing. Jeb, I have mixed feelings about. He's hit some clutch shots, but he's also missed a couple of horrible shots. Only 60 kills in 70 battles, 82 range skill at level 10. Not very good. Vitalm is brand new, New is brand new. Jungian has been pretty damn impressive. He's our companion. We've had him since the beginning. 125 battles, 121 kills. Pretty damn good. Richard Wild's pretty new and Dulan. We've got some famous items. Bit of Fury we never really got to use. Hedge Knight's Skull Splitter never really got to use. So Harold's Barrier has been pretty cool. Obviously, the aspect of Davkul has been pretty amazing. I just wish we had a better soldier to put it on, you know? Asbjorn the Savage's carapace is pretty damn impressive. 358 armor, but 46 fatigue is huge. You need someone beefy like a farmhand to be able to wear it. Okay, so I'm going to call it. Thank you all for watching. I hope you've all enjoyed it. This has been Davkul's Chosen. We've tried to go for a full cultist run. with mixed results. I think there's been good times and some bad times. Let's take a little look at who we've lost. For 190 days, this is not that bad. Losing Kratos sucked. He was pretty damn good. 176 days we had him. He was there almost right from the beginning. 164 kills. Padden Fane, 184 days. We sacrificed him to Davkul, so a noble way to go. Bukausis, he was our main sergeant. I mean, once he died, that really, really hurt us. And that also showed to me why going for the two sergeant build is going to be the way to go. Because if you lose one, you've at least got a backup one, or a second one. You can still at least then use raise morale while you get your replacement or your second guy trained up. When we only had this one sergeant, as soon as he died, we had a lot of problems when we just could not raise people's morale. But again, a good lesson. Fogartler, our mace specialist, he was pretty damn good. Got killed by a geist. Hezathor was an excellent housecarl. The housecarls were a class that I thought I was going to be quite big on, but the big takeaway for me from the housecarls were, as great as they are in the early game, breaking shields with axes and whatnot, but then once you start to get some great armor on the front line, where the front line don't really need to be swapped out, you don't particularly need the housecarls. And my sergeant guys that I'm going to have now in the next playthrough, they're going to take a rotation. So in the odd situation, if they need to rotate someone else out, then they can. I'm hoping it can be a sort of, a compromise between the two. Stobbie was rubbish, only 29 days. Haber, yeah, gutted by enough there. Luckios, Malice, one Furland. Jack the Reaper, Padden Fane, Belder, of no consequence. Beheaded by a fallen hero. Rip. Thanks all for watching, and I hope you will join me in the next season, which is going to be season 8. I think we're going to call the company the Golden Company, and this is going to be a full-on try-hard playthrough. The absolute best. It's going to be expert modes. It's going to be tough. No restrictions on us. It's going to be super, super tough. No gimmicks. Just the absolute best we can put through. Put together, I mean. Just absolute top-notch team. And then I honestly think that season 8 is going to be my last one for a very, very long time. And I think it's going to be the last one for a very long time because it's going to, by necessity, be that way. It's going to go very, very, very far. If we play our cards right, I don't see the next season ending really ever. I want to do everything with that next campaign, with that next playthrough, the Golden Company. I want them to get through all 3 late game crises. I want them to defeat the Orc Warlord, the Greenskin bosses, do the Black Monolith, everything. If I'm honest, I don't think this group we have here actually has what it takes to do that. We've got too many guys whose stats are not that great, and it's so far in that replacing them is going to make it very, very difficult and a bit of a slog. So yeah, that's it. That's the end of Davkul's Chosen. Thanks for watching, and come join me in Season 8 pretty soon, the Golden Company. It's going to be very tough. Expert run. Just occurred to me, I shouldn't just end it like that. I should click retire and see what our score is. Are you sure you want to retire from the company? It will permanently end your campaign and leave the men in charge. Okay, let's do that. 227 points. That's interesting. Last season we got 2-3 something. We survived a lot longer. That's interesting. Okay. You took over Davkul's Chosen. You could not have possibly foresaw the future, which was pivotal in defeating hordes of undead invaders. Unusual bounties on the dead proved incredibly profitable, however. Pile of gold made in the wake of the great evil's passing took the moment to retire. The Davkul's Chosen was left to the care of the members you trusted most. The cultist, Guts, left the company with a band of cloaked converts. You know not what became of him, but every so often you have dreams in which he appears. He's often standing by himself in the great void, and there is always someone, something, lingering in the black beyond. Every night, this image gets a little more clear. Tonight, you find yourself staying up later, just to avoid dreaming at all. He was with you from the start, Jungian, and he was with you in retirement, leaving the company not long after you did. But he wasn't yet done with the fighting life and took up fighting for another company, his own. Having learned so much from your leadership, he is making you about as proud as any son could. Ironically, he hates the notion of you being a father figure to him. Always tell him You'd never father a son so ugly to begin with. You keep in touch to this day. Nice. Nowadays, you spend a good deal of time wondering if you should add a second story to your cabin, or whether that's too much work. You could always pay someone else to help, but it just feels strange contracting someone else to do the task. As far as the Davkul's Chosen is concerned, you've heard that it's doing splendidly well to this day. A fitting end, I think. A great campaign. Davkul's Chosen. Well fought, men.